Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Acha, every cell membrane looks simple, but trust me, one wrong lipid in the wrong leaflet and the whole cell starts misbehaving. So before we go any further, let's quickly set the stage. Cell membrane lipids mainly include phospholipids, cholesterol and glycolipids. In this video, I am focusing only on phospholipids. Now, phospholipids are classified based on the alcohol present. So we divide them into two big groups, glycerophospholipids and sphingophospholipids. Let's start with the glycerophospholipids. These include phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylinosetol, cardiolipin and plasmalogens. All the glycerophospholipids are present in membranes in the form of phosphatidic acid. And this is important because phosphatidic acid is the backbone from which all these are derived. अब क्या होता है कि students often confuse phosphatidic acid with diacylglycerol or DAG. So let me make it very clear. The difference is the ionized phosphate group. DAG does not have it, phosphatidic acid does. अच्छा, अब इस वजह से क्या होता है कि DAG is neutral. It can freely flip between inner and outer leaflets of the membrane. But phosphatidic acid is charged, so it cannot flip on its own. It needs special enzymes like flipases to flip across the inner and outer leaflets. अच्छा, now look at this slide. This shows you the biochemical structure of phosphatidic acid. And here you can see how the alcohol head group determines the orientation of the phospholipid within the membrane. अच्छा, और क्या है कि membrane lipids are not randomly distributed. For example, phosphatidylcholine is mainly present in the outer leaflet, whereas phosphatidylethanolamine, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylinosetol are located in the inner leaflet. अच्छा, this central part here, that's the hydrophobic region made up of fatty acid tails, and the blue regions represent the hydrophilic head groups interacting with the water. Acha. So now if you look at the overall composition, you will notice that the outer leaflet is decorated mainly by phosphatidylcholine and sphingomyelin, and that asymmetry is biochemically very important. Acha. Now let's talk about cardiolipin. Cardiolipin is basically two phosphatidic acid molecules joined by a glycerol bridge. And where you find it? Almost exclusively in the inner mitochondrial membrane, which immediately tells you how critical it is for the mitochondrial function and oxidative phosphorylation. Moving on to plasmalogens. These are special glycerophospholipids because they contain a saturated alkyl group attached by an ether linkage at the C1 position. अच्छा, अब इनमें भी आगे से हम इसको फर्दर देखते हैं कि phosphatidylethanolamine plasmalogens are present in nerve tissue. सॉरी, बल्कि हम इसको जो है ना phosphatidyl प्रोनाउंस करेंगे, AL आएगा इसमें, ठीक है, phosphatidyl बिकॉज इसमें आपने देखे ना ईथर लिंकेज है. इट इज़ प्रेजेंट इन नर्व टिश्यू एंड phosphatidylcholine plasmalogen, these are present in the cardiac muscle tissue. अच्छा, now let's look at the sphingophospholipids. इनमें क्या डिफरेंस है? अल्कोहल का डिफरेंस है. These are not built on glycerol. Instead, they are built on an 18-carbon amino alcohol called sphingosine. अच्छा, इसमें क्या होता है कि its tail curls up and behaves just like a fatty acid chain. फैटी एसिड क्या होता है? हाइड्रो कार्बन चेन विद द टर्मिनल कार्बोक्सिल ग्रुप होती है ना, तो ये भी उसी तरह बिहेव कर रही है. अच्छा, अब क्या होता है कि व्हेन स्फिंगोसिन बाइंड द फैटी एसिड इट फॉर्म्स सिरेमाइड, and when you add phosphate group and choline to ceramide, it becomes sphingomyelin, a major lipid of the nerve tissue and myelin sheath. Acha, so if you remember just one thing from this video, remember this: phospholipids are not just membrane fillers. Their structure head group and leaflet location, determine membrane stability, signaling and even mitochondrial survival. ठीक है, तो क्या होता है कि रॉन्ग लिपिड, रॉन्ग लीफलेट, रॉन्ग बायोकेमिस्ट्री. ठीक है, वो पूरा जो है ना, अब जिस तरह से जो फॉस्फेटिडाइलसीरीन है, अगर ये इनर लीफलेट से आउटर लीफलेट में आ जाए तो ये किस चीज़ का सिग्नल होता है? ये एपोप्टोसिस का सिग्नल होता है.